Hey Scorpio, welcome to your reading. Do you guys see this lighting? It's like giving, we are in the fifth dimension. Okay, so let's go into the week ahead, the week of October 20th into your season. Happy birthday to my Scorpios. Love you guys so much. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node. Hey there, how you doing? Looks like you guys have progress that you're making as your progress report is showing. Pluto has gone direct from your third house in Capricorn. So Saturn being in your fifth house, that rulership is giving you new ways of expressing yourself in partnerships. Ooh, we got them. We got three cards. The Tower. Tower power, something you were ignoring, definitely came up during the new moon solar eclipse in Libra. Possibly in your connection with the divine, things you weren't seeing, ways that you were behaving that were leftovers of like yesteryear when you were still that scorpion with the stinger, and you've matured, you've become the bear, the owl, whatever else Scorpio is, the phoenix. And we have this Nine of Cups because maybe there was a way that you, oh my gosh, you see these people were like, Scorpio, come on out of this tower. We want you to come down and be with us. And then it's like these people have you down with them. And then they're like, come swim in the pool. And it's because you took the time to introspect. And maybe that was the tower. It's like you were hiding away from too long from the world. You were hiding away with the intention to make something amazing. But the world needs you, Scorpio. They need your presence so that we know how to successfully wield boundaries and so that you guys can manage your boundaries more efficiently in ways that are more heart-centric and not as ego-centric. You guys, your bodily part that you rule is the excretion zone and or the sex, death, intimacy, rebirth zone. So there might have been reasons that you needed to step away from the world. Ooh, you got Madame Pele. How beautiful, Scorpio. Of course you guys did. I'm so excited. I'm just going to start and read her card. Forget what I was blabbing about. Pele's passion can be relentless, producing both destruction and creation. So that's where that tower is. As the goddess of the sacred earth, her seemingly destructive power gives birth to new rock formations and land. Many people have been transformed by Pele's power. So one of my favorite artists, she is a Aquarius sun, I believe, or Aquarius rising, or Capricorn rising. She's one of the big three, is like in the fourth decan, so she's representative of collective energy. She has a song that she made of creation. You're a creator, you're an artist, you make things, but when will you destroy? And that is speaking to the Durgas of cyclical rebirth, which you guys do. You go from the scorpion to the owl, to the bear, to the phoenix, to whatever other animal Scorpio is claiming, because we love that for you. You can also look at your primal astrology to figure out which animal you are underneath. You see how I'm like looking all ancient? Which animal you are according to Chinese astrology and the Western sun sign zodiac. Back to Madame Pele. Many believe that Pele is offended when we disrespect the earth or Hawaiian culture. Pele may also be offended if we fail to fuel our passion. You run the risk of turning your heart to stone as... Okay, sorry, I skipped something, and maybe this is important. Passion requires respect. Passion requires respect. Passion requires respect and restraint, okay? If you fail to fuel the fires of your passion, or you overdo it, you run the risk of your heart turning to stone or your heart just exploding as the phoenix. But you were lucky because Madame Pele's appearance indicates your passion is rising. Just like how this Hanged One's enlightenment was able to disperse through his body. This is representing Odin, the ancient Celtic, Norse mythology god. And he hung in that tree upside down with a snake at his foot to hold him there, to help him to transmute this energy. And as I just spoke to with Virgo, we are approaching the full moon in, I hope I got it right. Yeah, full moon in Taurus. It's going to be at 24 degrees too. So the art of balancing out your needs, your desires, your values in relationships, and where that can take you in life. Because if you're able to practice restraint and respect with the passion of all of these amazing forms that you take, your final form will be the one that everyone's like, whoa, where have you been hiding that? The first word in her chant, hulihia, means overturned, complete change, overthrow, turned upside down. So that's 8th house energy. Watch your 8th and 2nd house readings this week, Scorpio. I'm going to say it at the end of the video, but if you don't know how to do that, you could book a reading with me. You could pull up your chart on astro.com, and then look under Coke, look under Equal, and check it out on Placidus, which you've likely seen, to figure out where your soul has maybe... Equal measures the symmetry of the soul. Coke tells you which houses are the smallest and need more support in this life for you to kind of like stand up on your own and be able to do it with the sense of restraint and respect. And then Placidus shows you, like, before you get braces, if you need them, where your soul has gotten out of alignment from like too much emphasis on any one house or another. The word huli can mean to change an opinion or a manner of living. Therefore, Pele's appearance may be warning you that an upheaval is just under the surface, or it already happened, and you're needing to really concentrate on what happened, but also not lose sight of what's happening now. You might need to digest it. It might be like after you have this tower moment, and these people take you to the sacred pool where you get to really hang out and show people like, hey, I was upside down, or I'm about to be upside down, and you get the tools, tips, and tricks from people. Everyone has a sacred vase or drum. They have their sacred Aquarian energy. That, I believe, is your 4th house. So emotional stasis is going to come into play, and maybe that's something that you guys are learning as Pluto is going to re-enter there. We're to have boundaries around your emotions so that we don't just leak all over the place. We have a sacred chalice for our emotions to really come into alignment, for our chakras to come into balance. So sometimes it takes nothing short of a major upheaval to change your beliefs, the way you relate to others, your behaviors, or priorities. When Pele appears, it's time to change course, changement. That's a French term in ballet for to change. So you beat your feet like this, and then you switch, then you spring up, beat, and switch. And maybe there's something in that for you to have this this power of your soul, because the feet is ruled by Pisces, and that's your 5th house, with your 3rd house rulerships there. So maybe how you communicate your soul in creative settings, in romantic settings, with friends, because you're Scorpio, just saying, I already discussed your rulership, you go a little bit too far in any way, shape, or form whenever you get into this creative realm where you want to co-create with people. And it's like, okay, Scorpio, it can't always be all about you. Most of the time it can, and it usually will be. If you didn't know, anyone who's prominent in society, they probably have a prominent Scorpio placement. I'm just saying, I'm surrounded by Scorpio placements in my life. That's how it is for me. And it's probably something similar for you, Scorpio. I'm sure you can attest to that. Okay, so the Hanged One. I love you guys. Okay, Hanged One. Hello. I'm recording something. Who's my Scorpio now? I'll be done in a second. See what I mean? Okay, not a card of violence or crucifixion. The Hanged One represents voluntary submission of the ego to the spiritual power of the heart. Madame Pele would be proud. Its ancient form as the Hanged Artemis symbolizes surrender to the female archetype of receptivity and compassion. The first step towards shamanism and spiritual control, rather than needing to be like, I have this tower, look at how special I am, and look at how much control I have. It's like, well, that solar eclipse probably shook things up, shook up that tall tower, and asked you to reassess your foundation and to be a little bit more receptive. So this 9 of Cups, wishes made and received, happiness, positive, expansive feelings. And I said this, there's nothing like joy and a full cup to help us to transform our DNA, to go from that 2-strand helix to the 9-strand helix, being, as Sandra Walter has said, she's a Virgo high priestess, less particle, more wave, being able to shift in the moment and understand, okay, let me go with the flow. Where have I been resisting? Where have I been stuck? Scorpio, I feel like that's all for you. This was quick and easy. Shortest reading of the day, but also my last. So for my Scorpios, check out those 2nd and 8th houses And go on ahead and watch your sun, moon, and rising for a more full perspective of the week ahead. You have a lot of powerful changes this week. I don't just get Madame Pele every day, okay? So you guys might have a lot of things to work through, to overturn. Before I go, we'll look at Saturn Day, the 26th, where Pluto has moved, Pluto has moved to 29 degrees and 41 seconds. So it is all in the integrity of our thoughts and how we are able to think about ourselves, which support ourselves. The Hydra is a Greek mythological, maybe a Titan, maybe just a creature who, for every one head that was cut off, two grew back in its place. So with insidious, self-depreciating thoughts, we are going to end that. Let's end self-depreciating thoughts by 2025. Let's make sure that that's coming to a close, because those self-depreciating thoughts just keep sprouting up and they don't do a single thing for us, for our heart coherence, or for the people that we're meant to serve. Scorpio, thank you guys so much for tuning into this reading. To my subscribers, go on ahead, watch your sun, moon, rising reading. And until next time, all of my aloha.